Alrighty. So, hi guys, my name is Omni Bastum. I'm a Xbox and PC gamer. I also stream on Twitch. It's Omnia underscore Bastum, OMNIA underscore BASTUM. Um, Today I'm going to be reviewing base building, although base building did not receive any significant changes in 1.18. There are a few advanced building techniques that I like to use when I'm building. I won't get into too much of them this video, however, I just wanted to give a basic introduction to base building. I am going to be playing on official vanilla servers only, no modded servers. I will be playing on console, playing on an Xbox One X, Xbox One Series X. So here on the screen, what you see is a list of all the different things you'll need to do base building. I've base built for the last, probably 2 or 3 years on vanilla, on official. So I'm already aware of this. I'm going to keep this running list in the back of my head of things that I need. Something to put the poles up. So shovel, pickaxe, or gardening hoe will all work for putting up defense posts. A hatchet, a hammer, or mallet now will work for hammering up the frames and basically building the rest of it. I don't worry too much about sheet metal. It's very bulky, difficult to transport around unless I happen to find some nearby. Also, platforms I don't think are as useful as they're intended to be, but I'll probably get into that in a later video. But wire, pliers, barbed wire as an added bonus, 4 combo locks. So as I'm running through, as I'm hopping on a fresh spawn, I will try to get a spawn in the proper direction that I want to be. So in this instance, I'll go ahead and start the video. In this instance, I took a West Cherno spawn. My base is going to be built on this server. It's a high pop full official server. I'm going to be building up in the northwest. So because of that, I chose a West Cherno spawn. So then that way I can work my way through Cherno, get a decent amount of starting gear, and then start working my way up through Dayz and kind of work my way up that way, up the west side of the map. Typically a little bit less travel. So like I said, I'm going to keep that list running in the back of my head of things that I need. For those of you who may be new to Dayz, if you're looking for an item, the best place to go look for that item is where you think you would normally find that item in real life. So if you're looking for tools, nails, hammers, hatchets, anything like that, your best place is going to be to look inside of sheds, garages, surprisingly outhouses, but it kind of ties into like the whole like outsidey, outdoorsy kind of thing. So, getting into Cherno here. There we go. So as I'm running around, I see 4 combo lock. I'm like, ooh, sweet, I need that. Granted, 4 combo locks are pretty space heavy. So my goal on this guy was to try to grab everything that I needed in one single run. So far I've got a 4 combo lock. I picked up the barbed wire. That barbed wire can later be turned into regular metal wire by combining it with pliers once I find those. But inventory management, especially while you're trying to work your way up through, because you also is very important. You want to try to minimize as much excess stuff in your inventory if you're trying to do it all one run through. So right here I'm going over to the fire station. Typically, firemen have fire axes, so I was hoping that they would have one. Unfortunately, it didn't, but I did find a stall, and this is where some of the inventory management gets a little tricky. I had to ditch the jerry can I was going to use for water, and actually, no, I think I kept it for a little bit longer, but here we go. So this is an example of me ditching something that's similar for a little bit less space. And then I continue my search. I think the next thing I'm going to find is a hatchet that can be used to both cut down trees as well as a hammering tool. And then here, you can't hear the audio, but I'm doing math out loud, and I'm basically trying to figure out exactly what I need nails-wise in order to secure my base, at least a rudimentary secure right at the beginning. I just found those pliers that I was looking for, so that marks another one right off the check mark, right off the list. And then here I found another barbed wire. I already had one. I had those pliers now, so instead of trying to carry on to 8 slots, I kind of broke it down and made it a 6 slot. So just running around, gathering the loots, working my way up to my base spot, and gotta get a little tricky with inventory, obviously. And I believe we're on our way from there. And then I believe the last thing we're looking for is two things: nails, and then something to put the post up with. So I ended up having to ditch one of my guns to prioritize the base building stuff. I could have found one later. I think I actually ended up finding a pickaxe later. And then here I got all the way up to just northeast of the VMC before I actually found my box of nails, and I was hitting every shed along the way. So now the last thing that I really need after the box of nails is going to be some rope. You can make rope by combining 2 stacks of 6 rags. It doesn't matter the quality of the rag. So I'm just running around Grishino, to the east of the Northwest Airfield, just grabbing rags. Here, I believe I finally have enough to make my my rope. So I'm just going to cut up a little bit more rags, combine it with more rope. There is another set of pliers there. However, due to the inventory management that I was talking about earlier, I really don't have room to carry on the extra stuff. I did ditch my backpack in the middle of the woods on purpose, and the reason why is it is an official server, and I'm trying to be as conservative as possible. I don't want all my hard work and everything to go to waste because I didn't see a guy off in a bush somewhere. So I did stash my backpack at this point. It's very important on official servers, especially high pop servers, that you really take your time and slow down. Because the last thing that you want to do is make all of your hard work just be for naught. So try to be as careful as you can. Remember, backpacks do stay for quite some time after you. I think it's a few hours, so I would have enough time to run back for it if I needed to. Here I got to the base building spot. It's a separate video because I had to log out and do some real life stuff. But so I'm dropping everything in a secluded spot inside of where I want to do the base build. Again, just trying to be conservative. If something were to happen to me, someone shoots me while I'm getting logs, that would not be good. That would pretty much ruin my day. However, you will notice that I do have planks here, as well as much more nails. The reason why is that on my way back here, I remembered that there's a raided and abandoned base nearby. So instead of going through the lumbersome process of cutting up planks, which I'll show you how to do later, I decided it would be a better idea to just rip down some of their planks and use some of that. That's why my hatchet is badly damaged. And just to save myself a little bit of time and energy and gain some free resources and free labor that someone else did for me. So what I'm doing now is just dropping all my extra crap so I can run off and go grab some logs. The only thing I really need to keep on me is that hatchet and then something to protect myself and heal myself if I get a cut. So I'm running off into the woods with my bright ass orange backpack, and then I'm finding these trees. These types of trees will yield 3 logs each. Upon you getting the circle to go around the 3rd time and getting the 3rd log, the tree will actually fall over. So one thing you'll notice is that I do not hit the tree 3 times. I only get 2 logs per tree. Again, that's just to be extra careful. As soon as someone sees a tree down, they're like, oh, someone's base building nearby, or someone is nearby and has been nearby since the last reset. The trees will go up right before reset. So one thing me and my buddies did in an old base that we had that had a bunch of trees in it is we would get the 10-minute warning for the server going down, and we would just go through and just clean house on any of the trees in base and just store up the extra lumber. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm actually repositioning the lumber, the post as I brought it back to make it sure that they're not sticking up the side of the building. It'd be kind of a dead giveaway if you walk up to the side of this building, you see wooden planks sticking out the side. So now I need to get some short sticks in order to build the fence kit posts or guideline to put up the post. So I'm going to go cut some bushes, get some long sticks. I need a total of 4 because I'm 4 short sticks because I am making 2 of the fence kits just for a little bit of speed, save some time and energy and complexity when it comes to the actual base building process. Whenever you are building multiple things near each other, like for instance, if I wanted to build like a watchtower and then have like a gate on one side of it, I would want to put all of the rope kits down, all of the fence kit and the watchtower kit. I want to put all that down before I start attaching things to it. But I'll probably go into that more in another video. So here I'm just combining I'm breaking the long sticks into short sticks, and then I'm going to combine those short sticks with my rope in order to make my fence kits. So So now this is a little trick I use. So in 118, they changed the way that bases are dealt damage. So this is actually an outdated technique that I just instinctively used. One of the biggest concerns for me, even actually during this update, is soft side rating. Soft side rating is a pain in the butt. Basically, if they can hop over your fence, they're able to just rip it down from the backside for fences, not for gates that have wire and a code block on it, but for actual walls. So this is just a force of habit for me. I just always do this. It's actually a bad technique to follow in 118 because it exposes the posts on the bottom. And then now with the way damage works is they can just damage those posts, and then the planks on the front will break too. They don't have to damage both. So this is an old technique. I would say you could use this if you want to, if you're trying to build like on a slight slant or a slight hill or something like that. You can use this to kind of pop the fence kit marker up a little bit to where where it intersects the ground is a little bit more elevated. Basically, just drop a backpack on the ground. And then another technique you can use if it's a clear, easy, hey, I can just put it here, but I want it to be a little taller. You can always put the fence kit down, pop the two posts up, and then once you pop the two posts up, take the posts back down, but leave them on the ground where they fall. Don't pick them up or move them or anything like that, and then you'll be able to basically do the same thing, and it won't be as elevated as what you're seeing here. It'll be probably like half again as much, but it will elevate it a little bit more. To give you a little bit more height on your walls. I can't tell you how many bases that I've been able to raid and get into just because we could hop over a wall. Just stack two bodies and hop. So now I had to open the doors to prevent them from interfering with the rope. The rope is constantly asking the server, hey, is this okay? So I had to move the backpack to do that. One thing I do tend to do is I will hotkey. We have this little weird wheel on console. We don't have the numbers, but I'll hotkey it, the fence kit. So you probably see me do it here in a second. Maybe not. I think I did it on the other one. But I'll hotkey it so that way I can constantly, just put it away, grab my backpack, shift the backpack a little, put it away until I get it right. So I believe, I ended up getting this one fine. So now I'm going to go attach 2 logs to each one. Carrying logs in your backpack is always the most beneficial and best way of doing it. However, because they're so large, it is very limited on space, and you can only really, ideally, put 4 if you have a 42 slot shirt, big backpack that can hold 2, and then I believe I have I have a stab vest on, but like a hunter's jacket or one of the big high capacity vests that can carry 35. You can put a log in there, which is a benefit for console because on PC you cannot fit a log into a shirt. Just the way that the polygons work in it, or the Tetris, I should say. So, got my post up. Now I'm going to go upstairs. I should be grabbing my planks, my nails, and my hatchet. I already have on me, so I'm going to grab my planks. I am just shy of the amount of planks that are actually needed in order to build this wall. That's why I actually grabbed an extra log. One important thing with base building is you always want to plan ahead. You always want to double check your maths, make sure you have enough of whatever resources you need prior to starting. Any exposed part of your base can and will end up getting ripped down or stolen or destroyed. Even if they're not necessarily taking the resources, people are just assholes. So, and then that's another important thing about base building on Dayz is unofficial, you will be rated, period. Currently, you can actually force another person's character model under the map, and they can swim underneath the base, log out, log back in, and then boom, they can soft side raid that base easily. For whatever reason, the devs refuse to fix it, or simply don't fix it for some reason. I don't know why, but it's very frustrating. So just anticipate that your base will get raided. One strict rule that me and my crew have always had is we absolutely refuse to have any storage in base whatsoever. Not a protective case, not a single crate, not a single tent, nothing. There's absolutely zero storage in the base. We think that's really important because it de-incentivizes people to raid. Some people do it just to be assholes, but I mean, that's Dayz for you. So here I attached the nails. It takes 30. I'll go over the total amounts here in a second. But attach the nails, attach the planks. You need to build the bottom frame, top frame, and then bottom wall, top wall. You need to build all 4 of those. It takes a total of 18 planks. I know that off the top of my head. I want to say 32 nails, but we'll double check that here in a second. So I secured. First thing I did was I secured both walls, so that way if someone came and tried to shoot me or whatever while I'm building, they won't be able to actually get to my loot. And what's more important is the loot that I have stored upstairs. Being that I'm on Xbox, I do have a few Smurf accounts logged out in here. There's actually a Smurf account I'm playing on. If you don't know what that is, it is essentially just like an extra life or an extra person. I currently have, more than I care to admit. But so basically I'm just securing and locking the place down. So I'm wondering where the heck the rest of the planks went, because I completely forgot that I needed to go cut some more up. And that's why I brought the extra log. I had a brain fart moment. So now I'm going to go back there, grab that hacksaw, cut up one of those logs. I actually ended up having 1 extra log. I figured, screw it. Worst case scenario, I have extra planks to repair if something gets damaged. So now I got my last planks. I'm going to go attach it to the wall, finish up that top part, and this is absolutely beautiful. So this is my last use on this hatchet, and it's going to ruin as soon as I finish putting up the last plank. Perfect timing. Did not plan that. Then I'm just going to grab all the extra resources off of it. Probably log out. I think I'll end up logging out with them. I'm just trying to clean the area up a little bit. I do try to bury that zombie, the dead zombie, so if someone peeks in here, they just think, oh, no one's home. However, because he's on that concrete, I can't do it. So now I'm attaching a wire to the fence. You can do this with any fence, but you can't do it for any part of the watchtower. And then now I'm going to use pliers to turn that into a gate. Once I've turned that into a gate, I'm going to grab my 4 combo lock. It's going to default to 1 1 1 1. The 3 combo lock does the same thing with ones, just 1 1 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that. I will keep that off screen and then slap it on there. Once I have it set to what I want, and then now to open it, I'll have to basically re-enter the code 1 digit at a time. Now I'm attaching barbed wire. I decided to attach the barbed wire to the bottom of the tower, or the gate in the fence. The reason why is I want to avoid people kind of stacking and trying to jump over. I could have put the barbed wire on the top as well. However, the barbed wire on the bottom also adds a small layer of defense, not much, but a small layer of defense to explosives and grenades. So if someone wanted to try to shoot those posts that are sticking out right there in the middle, those are the ones they can shoot from the outside and ruin the wall. They would have to destroy the barbed wire first. Not that that's really going to stop them from getting into the base, but just anything and everything adds up. So I got my base all set up, and then now we're going to go through. So in order to make the fence kit, the little ropey thing I put down, you need 1 rope, 2 wooden sticks, combine those, boom, fence kit. Once you get your fence kit down in the place that you want it, you're going to attach 2 wooden logs to it while it's deployed. Then you're going to use a shovel, a pickaxe, or a farming hoe. Works for this as well. You're going to put those 2 posts up. Then you're going to combine 8 nails. So yeah, it looks like it's 36 nails total. You combine 8 nails and 4 planks. You attach it to the base, and then use a hammer, a hatchet, or a tenderizing mallet. I forget what it's called. That was added in 117 or 118. You're going to use those to build the lower frame, build the upper frame, then basically just keep attaching these resources. A total of 36 nails, a total of 18 planks, and then just hammer something to build it all up. Alternatively, like I was saying earlier, you can use sheet metal. However, sheet metal is very lumbersome. It's very difficult to transport. It doesn't fit in the backpack. Basically, unless you have a car or there's sheet metal near your base, it's not worth the time and energy to do this, because it doesn't, as of 117, it didn't have any added benefits. I've heard people say that it adds a little bit more toughness to the base in 118. However, I haven't seen anything that proves that definitively. So if you have it laying around nearby, cool. It just means you need less wood. Platforms is something you can build onto, even if you just have the 2 posts like you have up here. You can build a platform using the 13 planks, 31 nails, and a hammer. For the platform, you build the platform first, and then you build the left side or right side, or you could build it without. So I've seen some bases where they'll use it as like a table, and they'll store some crates on it, crates underneath it, barrels on it, barrels underneath it. In order to make a gate, as long as you have the 2 frames up, you can make it into a gate. You don't have to wait for the walls to be up. You can just attach wire, use pliers, and then the gate will open and be able to be opened and closed. And then you have the 4 combo lock, 3 combo lock. The 3 combo lock is a joke. Under no circumstance use the 3 combo lock. You can crack it by starting at 000 and going all the way up to 999 in a matter of about 10 minutes. That same process with 4-digit combo lock will take, if you go through all of it, will take an hour and 20 minutes. So when possible, stick with the 4 combo. Don't use the 3 combo for anything unless you don't have anything else and you're just starting off. The 4-digit combo, it is more beneficial to have different combos for each gate because if they end up randomly guessing your 4 combo, then they'll basically have free reign and access to all of your base. So I strongly recommend. We used to keep a map that we kept in like a Discord kind of chat, and we would just update the map with the different combinations for all the different gates, and we would rotate them throughout the course of playing. Barbed wire, like I said, you can attach to, like I was saying, you could attach to the bottom like I did, or you can attach to the top, or both. Doesn't matter. You can do both if you want. I just didn't have enough to do that. And then you're going to use pliers to mount them up. It can be a little tricky trying to get that little sweet spot where it lets you put it up, but you can do it. And then camo net is you can just attach a camo net to it that adds this kind of wavy thing you see in the background. So that's pretty much all I have for this video. I know it's a little long, a little scatterbrained a little bit, but yeah, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm going to try to make some more videos, hopefully of better quality. This is my first video I've made. So yeah, until next time, I will see you guys in Chinaris.